Hello. This will be a just a short segment involving our 4 seasons. Um, Now we're used to having June 21st, and then of course September 21st, first day of summer, first day of fall. First day of winter. And roughly the first day of spring. At least that's what we've been using for apparently hundreds of years. But how accurate are these? After all, June 21st is what? What does it have to do with the first day of summer? Well, it actually has nothing to do with the first day of summer. But we put it on June 21st because why? That's the longest day of the year. Okay? It can easily, matter of fact, we individually can even time it with the sun down, sunset. It's the longest day of the year. But it seems like the longest day of the year should actually be the hottest day of the year, shouldn't it? Seems like the longest day of the year should be when we get the most sun and get the most heat, and so that should be the hottest day of the year. But that's not the way we have it. So really our seasons are kind of messed up. These look defined, longest day of the year, when the days and nights are exactly the same in September. Shortest day of the year, December 21st, days and nights again exactly the same, first day of March. But that really doesn't mean a thing, okay, because the longest day of the year should be the hottest day of the year. Now, when is the hottest day of the year? Well, in today's age, you can easily look at temperatures from all over the northern part of the globe. Of course, in the southern part of our world, it would be just the opposite. But anyway, in the northern part of the globe, if you average temperatures and you look at the hottest day of the year is going to end up being July 19th, possibly give or take a day. But this June 21st is actually way, way off because it's definitely, it's the longest day of the year, but it's sure not the hottest day. So in other words, July 19th, and it's the hottest day of the year, so that should be what? Seems like that should be the very middle of summer. The hottest day of the year seems like the middle of summer. So how long are our seasons? Our seasons are each 90 days about, right? And you can't read my writing, but that's okay. Our seasons are each about 90 days or more, more specifically, they're each 3 months. So if this is the hottest day of the year, and July 19th, and we're going to say that's in the very middle of summer because that's why it's so hot, then when would be the beginning of summer? Well, the beginning of summer should be a half a season in this direction. In other words, half of 90 is 45. So the beginning of summer should be 45 days in this direction. So if you figure that out, 45 days, you take away the 19, and then you take away so many days in June, and so that comes up to June 4th as actually being really, really more precisely and a whole lot better as the first day of summer. And then you go for about 45 days, and then you have the hottest day of the summer because it's right in the middle, so wouldn't you expect the middle of summer to be the hottest day? And then you go 45 days forward, ahead, and you'll come to You come to September 4th. So this would be the very first day of fall or autumn. And 3 months from that would be December 4th. Made a mess there, but easily cured. And December 4th would be the first day of winter. And then by the time we get to December 21st, well, we all really believe in our own minds, because we see it every year, December 21st is quite a ways into winter, isn't it? It is. It gets pretty darn cold in December and the last of November. So December 4th is a much, much more accurate day for the first day of winter. And then the coldest day of winter, it's going to be exactly 6 months from July 19th. So the coldest day of winter is January 19th. And you can find that out by looking at the dates all over the northern hemisphere. And we have the Meteor Center, the Weather Center, National Weather Center in Norman, Oklahoma. So it seems like this would be a good idea for them to adopt. You know, this is really old. These dates date back to, you know, way before, for thousands of years, really. So why do we use these out-of-date dates? July 21st has nothing to do with the first day of summer. It's when the days are shortest, so it should be the hottest day. And you jump down to December 21st, that's the shortest day of the winter, shortest day of December. Seems like the shortest day of the winter should be the coldest day, but it's not. And why is that? Because our atmosphere lags behind the sun, okay? So in other words, on the July 19th, or well, we said July 4th, I mean June 4th is going to be the first day of summer. And then there's a lag time of 28 days. So we have, we're talking about June 21st being the longest day of the year. So if you're on, say, the moon or any place that didn't have an atmosphere, it would be the hottest day of the year. Because you receive that sunlight, it's the longest day of the year, so on the moon, June 21st would be the hottest day of the year. But on Earth, our temperatures lag because we have all of our oceans which have to heat up and slowly cool off. We have our forests, our atmosphere, and our oceans play a huge part in this because water will hold heat for a long time and then it slowly releases it. So, on June 21st, it's definitely not the hottest day of the year, even though it's the longest. So what is the lag time? Well, the lag time, we've already covered. We've already covered that July 19th is the hottest day of the year by just calculating it from all the temperatures. So what is the lag time? It takes basically, if you figure that out, it takes exactly 4 weeks or 28 days from the heat we get for the longest day of the year, and then our earth, our oceans, or all the forests. Now, not too many years ago, maybe 20 or 30 or 40 years ago, actually about July 1st or July 22nd were the hottest day, hottest day of the year. In other words, the lag time is greater, was greater. So why was it? Well, the great part of it is because many of the forests, especially in Brazil, many of the rainforests have been cut down. So when you cut down forests store heat, water stores heat, and so when you cut down a forest, your planet is basically going to be hotter at certain times and colder at certain times. But anyway, as it is now, the longest day of the year is June 21st, but it takes 28 days before basically the Earth catches up with the heat of the sun. So it becomes July 19th is the hottest day. And like I've said up here, it seems like that should be the middle of summer, the hottest day. So hopefully the people at NOAA, the people at the National Weather Station, seem like it would be really, really easy to promote this on the Weather Channel, because it's the truth. It's just silly because June 21st, nothing to do with the first day of summer. September 21st has nothing to do with the first day of fall. December 21st has nothing to do with the first day of winter. March 21st has nothing to do with the first day of spring. Then, of course, in the southern hemisphere, these are just actually reversed, but that's no big deal. In the southern hemisphere, July 19th is going to be the coldest day of the year, and January 19th is going to be the hottest day of the year in the southern hemisphere. But all these are just reversed because of the southern hemisphere. So, maybe you can suggest that to someone you know that teaches science, teaches meteorology. And like I say, this is something that should be changed, even though this is pretty sloppy and I'm not a good writer. Clearly our seasons are totally off now. Be sure and click on subscribe to this channel and forward it to a friend if you think it's interesting. And like it as far as that. And anyway, like it on Facebook. And also at the bottom it should say like or give it a thumbs up for YouTube. Thank you.